I'm so excited to take this next step with you because I've waited 30 years. I've been trying to ring the bell on AI, and we've missed so many opportunities. But this is kind of the last call of being ahead of things right now. We are right at the edge of something just absolutely game-changing. And I've been trying to prepare you for this moment. And if you're not prepared, you don't really understand, that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to show you this hour how you in your life should be viewing this and using it. Okay. Artificial intelligence, AI. It is not Siri. That's not it. We are on the verge of AGI, artificial general intelligence, and beyond that is artificial super intelligence. That's that's the big ball of wax. And you've heard me talk for 30 years now about how AI is a tool that will think faster than you, process more data than you could in a lifetime, and soon with ASI, it will outsmart every human mind that has ever lived combined. It will be the processing power of a supercomputer that would literally be the size of planet Earth. Okay? A lot of deep think there. And we've talked about the dangers of it. A machine so powerful it could become a god of our own making. And people will look at it as a god very soon. It's a force that might strip away what it means to be human if we haven't thought about those things. I've also told you about the miracles that it could bring in ways that we never even thought. Can you cure cancer? Sure, but why would I? Ready for this one? Why not just change the DNA of humans so cancer doesn't hurt the human body? Oh, okay. I don't know what even the ethics or ramifications of that are, but that's coming. Solutions that man has wrestled with for centuries. A world where scarcity could just be gone. Hunger could be gone. You've learned this from me, hopefully, or heard me yapping about it and didn't think it really applied to you. But the moment that I've been pointing to you at and saying, look, it's coming. It's no longer on the horizon. We're here. March 7th, 2025, not just a date. Hopefully it's the day that you realize we've been pulled into what is called the event horizon of a technological singularity. What the hell is that? Let me explain. Try to do it so you really can follow this, because you're going to hear terms over the next couple of years, kind of like when they started defining new pronouns, and you're like, what the hell was that? And a new one came out every day. We're going to go through that, but this time it's really important that you understand these things. So terms that most people don't know: AGI, artificial general intelligence; ASI, superintelligence. The event horizon is a term that's usually used to describe the edge of a black hole, okay? And a black hole has so much gravity, it bends light. Nothing can escape the black hole, right? Think of yourself in a boat. You're, just on this river, and then all of a sudden you start to hear a roar of something, and you're like, oh, gee, that sounds like the falls. And you start to try to row the other direction, but the current is so strong now that it just pulls you over, and there's no way to escape it because it's too late. That's what this is, okay? In this particular usage for AI, what it means is that you're at the point where we can't escape the grip of superintelligence because it is coming. Like the black hole, you're in its grip now, and it is eventually going to pull you into the singularity, the black hole. Once you cross the threshold, you can't escape it. And the black hole will crush everything you knew about life, physics, everything. Life as you know it, once you cross the event horizon and you're in the singularity, it's called spaghettification. Everything is just pulled and stretched and everything breaks down. That is the way they're describing now this new technology. And we're on the edge of it, and we can't turn the boat around. So we as humans have never, ever been here, ever. I mean, maybe. I mean, there are some people who are like now saying, Maybe 10,000 years ago, because we can't figure out how the pyramids were built. Maybe 10,000 years ago, humans had this technology, and they're completely unknown because this technology just destroyed them and wiped them all out, and they left behind the pyramids, and the Egyptians were like, yeah, that's a tomb we built overnight. We don't know. I mean, it could be, may not be, but it could be that. And this isn't science fiction anymore. You're living in it. And Grok 3 or ChatGPT or any of these things, that's in your hand right now. And it is important for you to understand it and use it. This is a system that can analyze data. It can write reports for you. It can generate ideas. It can predict the outcomes with a precision that will rival the best human experts. And I'm going to show you how to use this and just start acquainting yourself, I don't care what you do. You're retired, you're a CEO, you're a mom, whatever it is, I'll show you how you should start thinking about this and using it here in the next few minutes. But here's the reason why I think it's really important to start here today is because I'm hearing some pushback from my good friends, my coworkers, anybody who has heard my warnings over the years. They're all like, wait a minute, you said this was bad. Yes, it is. But it's also tremendously good. It's when we actually get to ASI that everything could go very dark, okay? And I've spent decades cautioning you about the risk of this technology and how it will be your master if we're not careful. Okay, so then why are you suggesting we would pick this up? I know it sounds contradictory, but it's not. It is the sharpest tool you will ever hold. It's sharper than any axe or any computer before, anything you've ever experienced. And the difference is this tool can think. It can adapt. And if you don't learn to wield it now, before it gets really weird, it's going to wield you. And then you're going to be powerless. You must understand this is your tool. And somebody asked me, I had a meeting yesterday, and somebody on the staff said, what are the ethics? And I said, I don't know what the ethics are. Nobody does. We don't know. Nobody's ever done this. We have to write the ethics. We have to ask ourselves our questions, and this is the first of the seismic shifts that I told you for the last 30 years would coming. 30 years ago, I started warning, there's going to be a time when even the person at the top of their craft, doctors, lawyers, artists, engineers, me, will find themselves out of a job. All of a sudden, it'll just be over. Okay, then what do? It's really important that you understand the only ones that have a chance of really kind of surviving are the ones who have used it, knows exactly what it can do, know its dangers, have worked out the ethics in their own mind, and then have kept so nimble they can adapt to whatever comes. If you calcify in your thinking, it's over, okay? I don't care how long you've done it. I don't care if you're the CEO. I don't care if you're in the Radio Broadcasting Hall of Fame. It means nothing. Tomorrow, that will mean nothing. So, what do? The time of that first turn, where in 18 or 36 months, we're going to find ourselves going, I don't have my job anymore. What happened? The beginning of that first term is happening right now. You're at the beginning of a cycle. And the cycle's going to happen every 3 to 5 years. And you're going to need to retrain, retool, and redefine what you do while holding on to your humanity and your ethics. Okay? I don't know when the next wave will hit, but in 18 months, this is going to be so undeniably clear to everyone around you. And everyone around you who haven't paid attention, hasn't done the work I'm going to ask you to do beginning today, they're going to be so lost. They're going to be so absolutely lost because it will be the rage. People will be misusing it. They'll be destroying themselves. I mean, it's going to be a mess. And everyone is going to be scrambling to catch up. It will be too late at that point because you're either going to be the tool, not the master, or you're going to be the master. You're either going to be dragged into this black hole unknowingly, and just spaghettification happens to you and your life and your family and your humanity, or you will lead and say, wait a minute. This is the point where I hit the ejector button and I'm like, I'm out. And I don't know where that is, but the choice is yours, but you're going to have to begin to act today. What worries me most is not the pace of change, but it's what we might lose in the process. Transhumanism, another term. What does that mean? You ever watch Star Trek? The Borg? That's transhumanism. It's AI merging with humans. And that is not Star Trek. It's already here with Elon Musk. He's already doing it with people who can't walk, okay? And it will look great, and it is great for some things, but there's going to come a line, and the temptation to upgrade yourself is going to be so unbelievably tempting that most people will go, why wouldn't you do this? I don't know. I have my reasons, but you're going to have to come up with yours. I mean, I don't think we want to erase the very essence of what makes a human human, and that's our flaws, our soul, our humanity. Ask Grok, if I put an implant in me and I begin to have the internet in my head and I'm going to the internet and the internet is coming into my head and it's telling me things, but they're just kind of like the thinking of I can't recognize it. When do I stop becoming me? When am I AI and not human, not Glenn Beck? And at what point? And it went through, I did this the other night, went through all kinds of arguments, both for and against. And at the end it said, I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. We'll know it when we get there. These are the things you have to think, because the line is coming, and maybe soon. Do you live with your imperfections, or you do cross over? I know my choice. Your choice may be different, but that's your right. But today isn't that day. Today, it's all about mastering what is here, so you can educate yourself, so when that day comes, you're going to be ready.